So yes. So now we're going to talk about something that we should be doing, and not just as one ethnic group or black ethnic group, meaning in other words, just Haitian, just Somali, just African American, just black people in France or Great Britain or wherever you're at if you're black. What we need to be practicing is group economics. Now, the reason that group economics is so, to me, I don't want to say for everybody, but to me it's so detrimental for the fixing of our problems is because, quite frankly, no one respects any person or any people in this world that don't own anything or can't produce anything. Just the way the world is, and that's just the way that the colonization of Africa and the looting of Africa, which is still going on by European countries, including America, Canada, really the whole world, but especially European countries, because if they didn't have Africa, they really wouldn't have much of anything. So, group economics means a lot. So when we practice group economics, we practice doing business with each other. So you need to learn or try to administer and try to, make yourself go to black-owned stores, black-owned businesses, and black-owned places and spend money with them. Now, I think one of the major things that we have to get over is doing business with each other and having the same goal. Now, I can talk about how, different black ethnic groups should do business with one another, as far as, like, let's say, for instance, I'm African American, so African Americans should do business with each other. But that, to me, is even hard in itself, just because of the way that we are and the way our situation is in this country, as far as not owning any industries, not producing more than we consume, and just other factors that play into it on a daily, day-to-day basis of us as a group of people in this country. So we can talk about that first, but let's say, for instance, that we talk about if African American businesses do business with a Ethiopian community, whether it be whatever part of the Ethiopian country and community in America that it might be. So if we do business with each other, let's say African American business, I'm in business, and we do business with a Ethiopian business, we link together. At that point, now we're building a basis for our whole race and not just one ethnic group to get further ahead and look at the other ethnic group like, hey, they never do anything and they can't do anything, so I don't want to be, do business with them, or hey, they can't do anything. Our two communities don't really know that much about each other, even though we're the same race, so I don't want to do business with them. We can't be like that. If we both, do business with each other, we all win, we all grow. So we have to get out of this, depending on what city you live on. Some cities are more, how can I say? Some cities are more cohesive when it comes to black people, whatever ethnic group you belong to, and some cities are very distant. Some cities are, one group as far as maybe some of the older generation, but even the younger generation, they have stereotypes about another, and another has stereotypes about them, because all these stereotypes have been told to us by other people. And some of the stereotypes might possibly be true, because we're all humans, regardless of race at one point. So there's always going to be mean people. There's always going to be ignorant people. Ignorance for a group of people, is only as good as their educators, but that's another story. But you get what I'm saying. So we have to do business with each other. So the first thing I think, as far as as a whole race and as ethnic groups, whether you're in France, America, Brazil, whatever, we have to learn about each other's culture or subcultures first. So if I'm African American, I'm going to Ethiopian culture, or I'm going to Haitian culture or Somali culture, I need to learn about those cultures and see how I can administer my ethnic culture from the main race, how I can administer my people or people that trust me in the African American community and teach them and educate them on this other black culture, to where we can have my customers going to your business and feeling comfortable and always going there on a daily basis or a weekly basis and spending money with you, or people from the Haitian, Ethiopian community, or South African community, or the Niger community, or whatever community it might be, or the Afro-Asian community in Asia or whatever, and them coming to an African American establishment or restaurant or business, and we need to be doing business with each other. And then when we do business with each other, we need to hold our money, especially African Americans. We need to hold our money instead of always consuming and giving it out. And we're not even giving it out to people that are or companies and corporations that are owned by black people. I'm not saying just because they're owned by them that they're always going to do you right, but we will weed through all the BS and all the little stuff after we get to where we need to go. Then we can bicker about what we don't like about each other, and it's okay once you got money, you got power, you can bicker about what you don't like each other, you can argue about what you want to change, religion, whatever it might be. So we need to do those things first. Now once we get and we do that, whether it be just a whole Haitian community that works together, a whole African American community that works together, or Somali or Nigerian or whatever it might be, or us working together as far as like, let's say, hey, I got these customers, I'm African American, I don't know anything about my African culture, and I'm scared to go in this restaurant because I don't know what they eat. I've been told my whole life by people in this country, which has a bad, old stem root from, you being cut off from your culture. I've been told by white people, even other black people, that, hey, I don't know anything about that. They're bad, Africa's bad, they eat this, they eat that, whatever, blah, blah. You shouldn't go there. Even if you have that stereotype in your mind, or you're one of those type of people, you still need to go and try and be open-minded and do business. And you will see that everything that they eat, not always everything, but a lot of things that they eat are going to be the same thing that you eat, and vice versa. But we need to understand that a lot of this group economics, that problems that we have are because of, us not sticking together and us not educating our kids on where to spend money and sticking together, rather than always, just saying look out for yourself, which is a bad slave mentality that has been pushed into our heads, and now we believe it and we think that just that's how black people are, and that's not by any means how black people ever was. Community has always been number one. And two, not having enough knowledge about another black culture, or another black culture, and to where you're scared, or you feel like you don't belong, or people will be staring at you because you're from a different black ethnic group. So those are the two things that I think we need to get over first. We need to educate into the business owners, need to do more business, and also try to create, us as Africans in this world, we need to try to be more entrepreneurs rather than being consumers and just working for somebody, unless it's a black owned business. And I'm not saying that it's always going to be possible to do that, but if you do have to work for somebody outside of your race, because we're talking about group economics here, excuse me, then you take that money and you spend it with your people. Black money is one of the biggest money in the world that we don't go and spend with each other. Like Asian people, they might spend money and their money touches 10 or 15 Asian hands before it goes to another race, or same with other races as well, Indian people, whatever it might be. But us, we might touch it once, maybe twice, maybe not even that, and we're just giving it to other races, and our economic statuses are so low because of this. And we can never change anything if we don't own these things. We always are, talking and marching about these things that need to be changed, but a lot of these things need to be, and I'm not saying that this is the overall, what am I trying to say? I'm not saying this is the overall, solution. There's a lot of solutions, but this is just one of them. Economics is a huge one. It might be the biggest part of it. So what you do is you build a platform. You make businesses, you make industries, you make things that are owned by people, black people, Somalis, Ethiopians, African Americans, black Egyptians, South Americans, Jamaicans, whoever it is. And then after we have this money that we made in these business and industries, then you hold on to your money. You invest your money into other black businesses. You invested it to other black people in infrastructures. And then after that, then we move up to, education. We administer good education. You keep this system, this train going. You keep it going, and educate the next generation and or people that are not educated on the fact of why they need to spend black money and practice black economics. And then on top of that, after that, you have infrastructure. Then you have infrastructure, places people can go, to learn, places that are centered around you, to where you can defend your culture and have a place where you can practice your culture and ideologies and things of that nature. Then after that, you have politicians. You have politicians, you have your own politicians that can speak for you, can talk for you, can be in your best interests, politicians that don't have to run back to somebody that's not in your race, that is paying them or is going to bribe them to do whatever they want them to do, and doesn't have the best interest of us as a people in their mind. And then the last thing is to repeat. After we have all these things, we repeat and repeat and repeat. And once we do business with each other and we do group economics with each other, this is my opinion, I'm not saying this for everybody's opinion, but once we do group economics with each other, I'm not saying that's going to solve all of our problems, but it will solve the biggest problems, which I feel like is, classism, amongst other groups and races and us, and how they feel about us and how they think about us. And not that we necessarily care about how they feel about us, but when they can take that feeling and put it into action, that's what we care about, that action. When they discriminate, when they don't let us get ahead, that's the things that we don't care about what they think. Because when you have economic power, anybody can say whatever they want. There's nothing going to be changed. So they can talk as much as they want. We have economic power, we have money, we have power, we have our own people. So we can just go off and do what we need to do. Let them keep talking, but for now they can put what they're talking in action. And that's why I feel that we need to practice more group economics. So my homework for you is that you're scared to go to another black ethnic group, or to even go to other black people within your ethnic group and do business. Go try the food. Go try to eat at a Nigerian restaurant. Go try to eat at an African American restaurant, soul food restaurant. Go try to eat at a Jamaican restaurant, and be friendly and be nice and talk and exchange cultures and exchange business, and look at each other as brothers and sisters, and trying to build an economic basis for all of us. Because if one group of us does it, or we all work together in unity in another group, if we practice this group economic ideology, it's always going to trickle back down to other groups, black groups. As long as we have people that are thinking like this, as far as group economics, how can we help our people and grow as a people? So all of our standards of living and situations will get better. So as always, I'm just breaking off knowledge. Another vlog. You can agree or disagree down in the comments. Always subscribe as well if you like what I'm talking about. And Patreon would help me do this full time and help keep bringing ideologies, projects, and a whole bunch of other African black people centered things. So as always, one love. I vlogged again, vlog, and hopefully it woke your brain up, or at least had you ask questions. I'm not always saying that I'm right 100% right. I'm not always saying I'm 100% wrong. And it's not about being right or wrong. It's about the question and throwing it out there for people to grab that question mark. So once again, it's me again. I'm out. All my black people, be safe. One love. Peace.
What's up? What's up?
Hey.
Shalom.
What up?
Hi.
Africa.